C.D. Howe Institute indicates we've got $8.6 billion to be spent there. And there are still another 300,000 wells which are in use at the moment. And it's just one thing to keep in mind when you look at those kind of numbers and you think they're looking at sequestering CO2 in the ground with the idea that we can put this into an old oil well or an old gas well and seal it in there. The gas was in there, yes, for very many millions of years, but we've turned those wells into Swiss cheese. We've drilled holes through them, we've fracked them, we've done all sorts of things. So I think it's going to be very difficult for somebody to say that I can put CO2 back into one of these wells, I can seal it up and it will stay there. I think there's a good chance that you might say that, and if you came back in 100 years and looked at what's still in there, you might find it's all disappeared. So I think we'd have to be very careful about anybody that says they can sequester and they can do so cheaply and easily. The other thing to look at here is that the Alberta plan is to increase emissions by from about 70 million tonnes a year to 100 million tonnes a year. But when you look at this and you look at what they earned from these emissions in 2015, you see they only earned about $280 for every ton of emissions, right? And if you think about an economy where we've got to move towards a low carbon economy, you have to look at this and say, is that the kind of activity that we can undertake? Is that something that is going to give us a good economy while protecting the environment?